The heart of Catholic activities for New York University is the Cardinal Egan Catholic Center. So appropriately here, I got to speak with the man himself, Cardinal Edward Egan, former leader of the Archdiocese of New York.
This center, which is called the Edward Cardinal Egan Catholic Center, right? And I'm the Edward Cardinal Egan that it is named for.
In my exclusive interview, he tells me he's not too worried about several stories that have been capturing headlines in recent days. At the top of the list, the threat to religious freedom stemming from the Obama administration's order that people support abortion and contraception, even in violation of their religious beliefs. The Cardinal is confident that Catholics can defend themselves.
If we have our people well trained and if the arguments for where we stand are clear because the pastors in the parishes and the congregations are making it so, I wouldn't be the slightest bit concerned. We have legislation and interpretations of the Supreme Court that are very much on our side. The Religious Restoration Act says that you may not force anyone to something that's against his or her conscience unless there's an overriding, compelling need of society. Well, does anybody in the world think that anybody has trouble finding a birth control here in the state of New York or anywhere in the United States of America? They give them away in our high schools, I'm sorry to report, in the public high schools. So I wouldn't be too, let's wait and see what happens.
Sure, like even with the pending lawsuits, like the Little Sisters of the Poor and Hobby Lobby suing the government?
That's right. They're all going to be decided by the courts, and I hope the courts say that there's no compelling reason, and let's see.
I asked the Cardinal about the Pope's new commission to protect children and root out clerical sex abuse, and the news that most of the experts are lay people. He is delighted. It's similar to the plan that he put into action as church leader in Connecticut and New York.
The way I handled them there and here was with a board that was overwhelmingly laity.
But this is a pretty new thing for the Vatican.
Well, the Vatican has never had any kind of a review board. And so they just installed one just like everybody else's.
I also asked Cardinal Egan about divorced and remarried Catholics. They are barred from receiving communion. German Cardinal Walter Kasper has been making headlines with his recent proposal that a penance plan could permit them to return to the Eucharist. And that sparked some disagreement among church leaders. But Cardinal Egan tells me that he doesn't find anything wrong with the presentation.
He said that there's a problem, that there are so many people that are divorced and remarried, and we would like in every way we can to come to their assistance. He did not propose anything radical, and if he did, you would know what it was, and I would too. But I sat there and listened to it. It was very long and very, very carefully nuanced so that no one could say that he was attacking any Catholic position.
Cardinal Egan is confident that the Church will withstand any controversy. He stresses that as long as pastors are teaching their flocks well, the Church will stand strong for years to come.
If we explain Catholic doctrine, if we explain Catholic philosophy, the reasons for our positions and so forth, in the local parish, to our local people, through our pastors, priests, religious, parish staffs, we will make progress. You read these little things in the newspaper, and you mentioned scandal and so forth. Please, let's be sure that all of this is well explained in our parishes, and when somebody calls that a scandal, the people laugh. Really, the laugh would be the best medicine for a lot of this.
Reporting for Currents, I'm Katie Breidenbach.